Welcome to another episode of the Hellion Rebellion. Uh, we have a moment of silence to recognize tonight. This one goes by the name of Louis Paul Bankston, also or better known as King Louis Bankston. He was a fixture in the underground American garage rock scene for the last 20 years. For me, most notably, I was familiar with a band called the Persuaders and a band called the Exploding Hearts. He is a native of New Orleans, which makes him gold in my book. So let's go ahead and give up a moment of silence to Mr. King Louis Bankston. Okay, may King Louis find his peace in the ethereal elements of the universe. Today, we are going to Hermosa, California, basically an area of LA um, populated by roughly 20,000 people, to bring you a band who needs no introduction. A band called Black Flag. Again, they're from the family-friendly, highly Christianized town of Los Angeles, California. This is probably the first hardcore band I'd ever heard, as far as the term hardcore goes, and definitely the trigger that made me go discover bands like Agnostic Front or Cause for Alarm, and the harder the harder punk rock bands. Black Flag was originally, they came out of the 70s. I would say probably 77. They would go on to roughly 1985. I didn't discover Black Flag till probably 86, 87. My first exposure with this band was actually with Keith Morris, from who was the original vocalist for Black Flag, but he would leave this band to go form another iconic Californian punk rock band called the Circle Jerks, which, by the way, I have my tickets to go see with Negative Approach, and I'm so excited because I have never seen either of these two bands. However, Black Flag is most known for their vocalist Henry Rollins, and their sound is pretty much defined by Mr. Rollins. Black Flag, again, they I think they quit around 1985. They reformed. Oh God, 2012, 13, 14, somewhere around there, and actually put out another record, which I've never heard, embarrassingly enough. And they toured that, put that record out, they broke up, and then reformed again in 2019 and are still active. And I believe Greg Ginn is the only original member of this band. Black Flag is also known for being a punk rock band that really wasn't about speed. They had a lot of fast songs, and in a time where punk rock was all about getting harder and faster, harder and faster, harder and faster. Yeah, Black Flag had those songs, but they maintained a tradition of slower punk rock songs and mid pace punk rock songs, hardcore songs, and something that they're really not known for, even though it's on every one of their records, are instrumentals. And they have these crazy instrumentals with these crazy time signatures. If you're a music nerd, you know what a time signature is. And dare I say that it's almost free form jazz is what they're doing. It's just very crusty and nasty. And I strongly recommend you check out Black Flag instrumentals. I'd like to hear an entire album of Black Flag instrumentals. Other than that, again, I mean, there's an entire history behind this band. They've gone through numerous lineup changes, most notably drummers. I know Robo is one of the big ones. I think Chuck Biscuits was in Black Flag. Oh God, Bill Stevenson was probably kind of known for drumming for them, but they have a ton of drummers. And Black Flag was also one of the first bands to have like the whole girl bass player. And even though that's not shocking today or abnormal, it probably was in 1981 to hear a girl or to even see a girl partaking in this kind of misogynistic, masculine, hardcore music. Um, so what I'm going to play for you tonight is a tape I've always enjoyed. It's Slippin'. And it's on SST Records, which was a record label started by Greg Ginn. You may remember Soundgarden was one of the first rock and roll bands ever on SST Records. This isn't my first Black Flag record, but it's the only one I have still on tape. And you can see how, I mean, this thing is worn out. I mean, it even has like light damage to it. But something of a rarity. I'm going to play the title track. I'm going to play "Slip It In." Usually, title tracks for me are like the second, third, fourth best songs on the record. But in this case, I really think "Slip It In" is the best song on here. So that's the song I'm going to play. And on an aside note, Raymond Pettibon did a lot of the early artwork for Black Flag, and if you have any of his original paintings, they go for a high price in the art markets nowadays. And not only does he have the original Black Flag paintings, but he has a bunch of art you probably have never seen, and it's all very controversial and offensive. Beautiful colors, very minimalistic graphic style. I mean, he's kind of a well-known, famous artist now. So, without further ado, let's check out the legendary Black Flag. Let's turn on the boombox and check out the legendary Black Flag.
Hey, Mama. Come on. I don't know. Come on. This is it. No, this is happening. This is the time now. Okay.
Break it up, Woodstock. Break it up, Elsa. Break it up. Find a room, you two. Find a room. So there you go. Slip It In by Black Flag. One of my favorite songs from them. I hope you enjoyed it. For you younglings out there, if you don't know this band, you really need to. They are very fun to listen to, and they have many amazing and interesting songs to hear. So enjoy your weekend, and remember to be nice to animals and to recycle. And I will see you next time. Thank you.